Amit Baba, I have a tweet by Sunburn organizer saying that exit entry from Goa after this issue and all. What is your say on that?
म्हाका दिसता आमकां काय दुख्ख जायना तशें खुबशे सरकारांतल्या लोकांक दुख्ख जाता आसतलें प्रॉब्ली ह्या गोष्टीचें की ते सोडून वता गोंय म्हणून गोवा देर इज लॉट्स दॅट नीड्स टू बी डन सनबर्न इज नॉट द ओनली सोल्युशन टू टुरिझम इन गोवा आनी ह्या फाट आमी पळयलें की सनबर्ना खातीर गोंयांत लोक येता म्हटले ज्या मिनिस्टरांनी किंवा ज्या MLAंनी किंवा चीफ मिनिस्टर की सनबर्ना सारख्या फेस्टिवलाक लागून गोंय येतात लोक येता म्हणटा ते चुकीचे म्हणून ह्या फाट कळ्ळें कारण ह्या फाट गोंयची परिस्थिती एज फार एज टुरिझम इज कन्सर्न इज लेस दॅन 50% ऑक्युपन्सी आज 1-2 दिसाचो प्रश्न सोडलो जाल्यार सध्या गोंय खाली आसा आमी फ्लायटीच्योय रेटी पळयल्यो सो सनबर्न इफ दे आर वॉन्टिंग टू लीव गोवा then it may be good for Goa and Goa's other businesses where government needs to actually act upon and start giving stops to or to the businesses which are existing. As Goan as to पहिला असले coastal belt there is lot of investment that has come in. Lot of investment has come in from out of Goa. पण तांकां harass करता दीस रात harass करता कापोयर आणि IT रेट जाले तांचे म्हणजे एक बिझनेस सेट जावंकूय ना की तांकां त्रास करपाक ऑथॉरिटीज सुरू जाता. In fact, government should give a helping hand to these restaurants or clubs or which are bringing in good quality tourists today. We have to understand the fact that number of restaurants that have come to Goa is bringing in quality tourists to those restaurants because of the pricing factor or whatever it is. But tanka सगळ्या authorities कडल्यान including panchayats are harassing all these restaurants. मागीर साउंड पोल्युशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड एनवायरमेंट मिनिस्ट्री होम डिपार्टमेंट प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंट आय थिंक देर हॅज टू बी सम अमाउंट ऑफ सिंगल विंडो क्लियरन्स फॉर देम वेर दिस बिझनेसेस कॅन प्रॉस्पर अँड विथ दॅट गोवाज टुरिझम कॅन प्रॉस्पर अँड गोवाज इकॉनॉमी कॅन प्रॉस्पर पण ते खंय घडना एक सादें परमिशन जर घेतलो एक रेस्टॉरंटाक जर परमिशन घेतलो जाल्यार कितले त्रास काडचे पडटा ते म्हाका विचारतो my family is into same business my wife is into restaurant business आणि एक आम्ही आता नवे रेस्टॉरंट करपाक प्रयत्न करताले ताका 6 महिने लागले लायसन्सेस when everything is in order and yet it did not happen for free of cost. It's a fact that even after being where we are we have to succumb to this extortion tactics of bribes and I will come on record to say that nothing moves without bribes in Goa. So
you also say that being a lawyer
absolutely I'm saying that because आज परिस्थिती अशी आसा की तू जर एक फाईल मूव जायना तुजी ती जर तुका बेगीन जाय परमिशन टाइम देर शुड बी टाइम लायन्स. काल एका फंक्शनाक चीफ मिनिस्टराक उलयता आसतना आयकलें की दे आर गोइंग टू गेट रीड ऑफ ह्युमन इंटरफियरन्स where there is the digitalization that this government is talking about. Every stage there is human interference right from the mutation right from to your sale deed registration everything has human intervention. So एक simple example देतो तुका एक sale deed approvalak वता sale deed goes for approval it has to be approved by the sub registrar. Now then the sub registrar on the valuations there is the problem then blackmailing starts on the valuation. Why can't government come up with a standard procedure where human intervention is completely outside that certain boxes are ticked kele that it has to be approved and there is no scope for any authorities to demand bribes for a favor that they pretend that they are doing. This is the same situation. So you may say that am I diverting from the topic of Sunburn? Certainly not. Sunburn has become a scam as far as Goa is concerned. Goa government and कोणाची थंय बॉल्सां भरता हे आमी सनबर्नाचे लास्ट 10 दिसाच्या फिएस्कॉन पळयले 31st सनबर्न करूं ना कारण we objected to it. People of Goa's voice we became and we objected to it. सनबर्नाक 12 पर्यंत परमिशन दिवपाचें आशिल्लें ते दिलें ना कारण again we objected to it. But why this? If you streamline the procedure there are much more festivals which would want to come to Goa. There are much more events which will want to come and Goa use Goa's platform for attracting more tourists. But थंय खंय तरी वाटचाल जाता अशी दिसना. Sunburn always holds an event in December when there is already huge inflow of tourists in Goa which we saw that this time it had come to less than half. कारण हे सगळे हॉटेलाचे ऑक्युपन्सींतल्यान दिसून आयले हे सगळे फ्लायट्साच्या रेटांतल्यान दिसून आयले 31st 4,000 ticket is I have never heard of in last 8 to 10 years. 4,000 31st गोंयान येवन तिकेट मेळटा म्हणून
फर्स्ट टाइम जाला
ही फर्स्ट टाइम आम्ही पळयला कारण आमचे फ्रेंड येता कोण येता इतले सवाय म्हणटा आमी केन्ना आयकुकूच नाशिल्ले. हाजो अर्थ फ्लायट्स वाडल्या दॅट इज वन थिंग, बट रेग्युलर डेजाच्यो तूं आज प्रायसींग पळय आनी त्या दिसांच्यो प्रायसींग पळय, tourists have turned themselves away from Goa because of the mess that Goa gets into during these 4-5 days because of mismanagement by the government.
So
And entire businesses which did some business on 31st and 1st, for second 40 restaurants are raided. तुका दिसता की त्या 2 दिसांक बिझनेस जाता तो आयज आनी फाल्यां जाता तांकां जायना. So now they are going to be harassed by the authorities. They are going to be, but so where are we heading? We need to find good quality businesses in Goa, let them sustain, survive themselves, and bring in good quality tourists to Goa. Good quality tourists does not mean that there has to be people who have only interest in music and others. There are family tourism that happens. Why do I travel with my child to another country? Because I find some value addition in that country for my child to learn, to enjoy, to have fun with me. So it has to be wholesome tourism that we should look at. की भुरग्या बरोबर पेरंट्सांकय तातल्यान एक इन्वॉल्वमेंट जाता. हांव जर कसिनोन वता जाल्यार म्हाका भुरग्याक भायर दवरचें पडटा. दॅट इज पार्ट ऑफ आवर टुरिजम इंडस्ट्री नाव. हांव जर क्लबान वता जाल्यार म्हाका भुरग्याक व्हरपाक मेळना. सो भुरग्याचें कितें करपाचें? सो वेर इज दॅट टुरिजम दॅट अट्रॅक्ट्स फॅमिलीज टू गोवा? Why are families moving away from Goa? Why people are getting scared to send their children to Goa? Because of the various videos that are coming to light where there is alcohol abuse, where there is overdose of drugs. Why are we not bothering to correct this and bring in quality tourism? I think it's a collective decision that needs to be taken, not just by the tourism ministry but by home department, environment ministry, pollution control board.
But how do you see this tweet? How do you see this tweet now?
This tweet is, I don't think it is of any consequence. But see, basically, as far as I understand, this man has sold it to that Book My Show. So he is now trying to say, oh, I have left Goa. No, you are not doing any favor on Goans by tweeting something like this. We know that you have already struck a business deal with Book My Show and you sold the entire Sunburn as a brand to them. So last time in Goa, let Book My Show say this, that they are not going to have it in future in Goa, and then let them have it anywhere else. Doesn't matter. But there will be good festivals which are wanting to come to Goa because of Sunburn. Sunburn always made politicians rich. आमी पळयले की जे MLA बोवाळ घालताले की कोस्टल बेल्टार आमी हे जावपा दिसना, ते थंय पार्टेक नाचताले. ते पार्टेक नाचताले थंय म्हणजे तुमकां कितें जालें अशें चेंज जालो की आनी 3 दीस ताळो पडिल्लो की तुजो आवाज बंद जालो. So there are various things, either the MLAs had got sore throat for those 3 days, that they could not speak anything against Sunburn after that. And then on the last day of Sunburn, you go to party for Sunburn, which means a lot for a simple man who understands what is happening. See, either you are on this side or that side, you can't be in the middle. Modi Rao to kharat khain patta. That's a fact. And the way businesses of Goa are going, where government of Goa is treating the businesses of Goa, slowly you are killing the industry.
You mean to say that the MLA needs to clarify, saying that you oppose and suddenly how you are dancing?
हांवें म्हज्या ट्विटाने विचारिल्लो प्रश्न, एक तांकां उद्देशून प्रश्न केल्लो की 3 दिसाचे सायलन्स कित्या खातीर? एक तर तुवें व्रत घेतला आसतलो की आय विल वाव दॅट आय विल नॉट स्पीक अगेन एंड देन आय विल ओनली डान्स or do tandav on the music that was being played, or you have been taken care of. This much I can say. That's why you would ultimately go on the fort and start dancing there. So you can't be hypocritic to Goa and Goans. Either you have to stand by them or go and dance there.
Another issue is that culture make issue suddenly this dead man coming alive and then he's there more than it is alone. As far as, since you are a criminal lawyer also, legality terms, how do you see this suddenly new issue and sudden surprised issue coming up?
See, इतले आयडेंटिकल ते दोग जाण आसूंकूच शकना की फॅमिली ऑल्सो सेड दॅट दिस इज द मॅन whom they identify, or whether they have really identified or it's just for the purpose of doing final rites that they did it. But it shows huge amount of negligence on the part of the department, which sends a different person's body and says that this is the person. म्हणजे एक केस क्लोज करपाक दुसरी केस क्लोज जाली अशी जाली परिस्थिती. So the person whose body was found needs a closure to find out whether he was murdered, he died a natural death, or who was that person. Why that person? It could be a suicide, it could be a murder, it could be a drowning case, whatever it is. But the fact remains is that dead man has come alive. Now, I laughed at it, but irony of the situation is it is a serious thing. It's a serious thing. Happy for the person who has walked up to his house and said, I am alive. But and it is not understood as to where he was. And ताणी जाची बॉडी आशिल्ली तो कोण हाजेर परत हे करचें पडटलें. They will have to probably, if since there has been a burial, they could probably get that body out from there and do necessary CFSL examination, forensic examination, to find out genetics of that person, to say at least ताजे हे करून ताजी genetic FSL examination करून find out करपा मेळटलें की who he could be,
no, but after
because
3
there
months,
could be missing persons.
After more than 2 months of burial, जातले possible?
Yes, bones are there. There are there. Scientifically, it is possible. Scientifically, science has moved far ahead. The problem is the departments are not in consonance with science. आमचो जो CFSL examination जे जाता ते आमच्या हांगाच्यान भायर वता. गोंयांत ते फॅसिलिटीज ना. त्यो फॅसिलिटीज नासल्या कारण ह्यो गरजी धाडल्या उपरांत 4 म्हयन्यांनी मागीर 5 म्हयन्यांनी 6 म्हयन्यांनी केन्ना केन्ना वर्सा ते येना थंयच्यान रिपोर्ट्स, बिकॉज इट इज ओवर बर्डन विथ रिपोर्ट्स फ्रॉम वेरियस पार्ट्स ऑफ द कंट्री. पण हे विशय CFSL एक्झामिनेशनाचो न्ही, विशय हो आसा की तो पुल्लो तो कोण, तो जर रिटर्न आयला तो मनीस तो न्हीच जाल्यार हो पुल्ला तो कोण, आनी ताजो वेरअबाउट्स कितें, दीस police have to answer, because it is somebody, ultimately it's a human who has been found dead, and what is the cause of his death, the reason for his death, and from where does he belong. These questions will remain unanswered. So they are answerable to this. The department which has actually done such a huge negligence is answerable to this.
Another issue is that about your AAP leader has been summoned. So तेजेर update कितें आसा?
See, the hearing is fixed for tomorrow. We have already got out the documents. Certain documents are not available. We are waiting for the other documents to come in. Our legal team, along with the team from Delhi, are working together on this. We are going to, tomorrow he will not appear. We will file exemption because he will not be able to come tomorrow. But we are also finding out legal formalities which will be required to be done, a legal course of action which we need to take in, for the future date, or to do necessary things as far as the matter is concerned.
But file APS
he will not be able to come because Delhi, there is something important which is that he will not be able to come tomorrow. We will inform the court accordingly.
What about this recent statement of urban Naxalites म्हणून ज्या दिसांनी चर्चेन चाललेलो आसा पळय?
अर्बन नॅक्सल्स म्हणटा तो एक नवो वर्ड जाचो मिनींग चीफ मिनिस्टराक प्रॉबेबली खबर नासतलो म्हणून ताणें तो वापरलो. इट इज अ व्हेरी स्ट्रॉंग वर्ड which could not have been used as far as Goa is concerned. He called the people who are talking to the SC communities, to ST communities, to OBC communities as the ones who are misguiding them, आणि तांकां तो उद्देशून म्हणटा ते urban Naxals म्हणून. In fact, urban Naxals are your contractors in Goa. Urban Naxals are your people in Goa who make calls to the department officials and say ki tumhi amka जाय तशें करा म्हणून. He probably was referring to his party men, and he was referring to those people की हे अर्बन नॅक्सल्स म्हणून. कारण ताणें नांव काय डिस्क्लोज करूं ना. अर्बन नॅक्सल म्हणून जर गोंयांत आसा then it is failure of his crime branch machinery, his failure of his intelligence machinery, which are not able to give him details of who those urban Naxals are. And if he is sure that there are urban Naxals, then he was disclosed. Who are those urban Naxals? गाकुवेदाचे लोक जे आज ST समाजा बरोबर रावल्या, आमचे प्रत्येक समाजाचे लोक OBC समाजा बरोबर रावल्या, आमचे लिडर जे आज OBC समाजा बरोबर SC ST समाजा बरोबर रावल्या, ते नॅक्सलाइट्स काय, हे आन्सर चीफ मिनिस्टरान दिवचे पडटले. ना जाल्यार फक्त उलोवंक जाय म्हणून उलोवप, कारण त्यो स्पीचीस कोण तरी बरोवन दिता खाली. कारण इफ यू सी एंटायर स्पीच ऑफ हीज वट एवर दॅट ही वॉज स्पीकिंग, इट सीम्स लायक ही हॅज गॉन टू खंय तरी दुसऱ्या सिटीनी गेला हांचेच गव्हर्मेंट आसा थंय, where urban Naxalism is probably there, and he wanted to use a hi-fi word in Goa and he has used it probably because without knowing the meaning of it. Otherwise you must Google what is the meaning of urban Naxals and what is urban Naxalism or Naxalism, and ते जर गोंयान आसा जाल्यार it shows his failure to govern Goa in proper, because he is giving rise to this urban Naxalism, as I may put it.